Good morning, Morgan County. Woohoo! It's time for the PAWsitive podcast from the Morgan County Partnership with our hosts. I'm Mrs. Hott, the Positive Actions and Digital Media Facilitator. Today's podcast is called The Road to Wellness.
Hi, hola, es hora de acción positiva. Hi, community. I'm Mrs. Sheima, Morgan County Partnership Positive Actions and Digital Media Facilitator.
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Nikki, and I'm the Positive Action Too Good for Drugs Teen Court Family Coordinator. And welcome to the Partnerships Positive Podcast.
The Morgan County Partnership joins the Neighbors Weekly for an exciting look at positive programs, news, and features to help build empathy to foster core values, health, and family wellness in our homes, community, and around the world.
Whether you are 2 or 92, each new Partnership Positive podcast will feature fun and exciting information to help you manage and balance life here in Morgan County to West Virginia and beyond.
We are ready to discover a new positive core value word each week to help build a network of neighbors working together for our communities, helping each other get through another day with resources to connect each other and meet our basic needs.
Let's get started. All right. Today's positive podcast, The Road to Wellness. We have a special guest, actually 2 special guests joining us today. It's an exciting day, neighbors.
It is. With all the changes we see happening around us, from weekly changes of school, from classroom to remote and back, to what we hear happening in our country, I am excited to meet today's our special guest, who will surprise you.
Yes, last week we talked about thankfulness and gratitude, positive actions. How an attitude of gratitude and looking for the little things to be grateful can lead to positive discoveries to help us all get through the tough times. And this week on the podcast, we begin to discuss an important value to balance it all, wellness. So, who is joining us today?
Well, that's right. Our word is wellness. And as we heard in our opening news, there are 8 areas of wellness. And the Morgan County Partnership is beginning a journey in positive actions to talk about our physical, our intellectual, and our emotional wellness with a special friend today. Welcome, neighbors, and welcome. The Morgan County Partnership, we are so happy to introduce today's unique guest, who has just launched his own YouTube channel. And the channel is called Mr. Dave's Classroom. And for today, neighbors, joining us, welcome our epic teacher, Mr. Dave, with his very special friend. And his name is Martin. Hi, Martin and Mr. Dave. Can you guys say hello?
Hey, hello everybody. Hey, hi, I'm here. Here I am. You see me?
Yes, we do, Martin. We do see you. Oh, Martin, welcome to the Positive Podcast. You want to know something? You're our first puppet to join us. Yes, you are so unique. You are so unique. Yay, welcome. And welcome to your friend, Mr. Dave. We're so thankful to have you here. Now, before we hear more about our most awesome YouTube channel, Mr. Dave's Classroom, we want to welcome neighbors, and we're going to play for you a little bit from his classroom. And I think, Miss Sheima, do you have the clip ready?
Yes.
All right, let's listen to this, and we'll drop in this video here.
Stuff in your cubby right there, and then I'm gonna put my hat in there. You ready? Ooh. Ooh. There, I got it off. Now I'm gonna put it in my cubby. Now the next thing I gotta do is go wash my hands. Here's the little sinks, just for little hands like mine. And then we turn the water on. There, I got a little help. Wash, wash, wash. Wash, wash, wash. Wash some more. Turn the water off though. Next thing I gotta do is dry my hands. Here and there's some paper towels right there. You get a paper towel and you dry your hands. Oh no, it fell on the floor. Wait, we'll get it. You get it. Throw it in the trash. Like that. Next thing.
That's awesome. Well, neighbors, we just visited Mr. Dave's YouTube channel. Thank you so much. That's so much fun. Mr. Dave, can you tell us more about your program, Mr. Dave's Classroom?
Oh, good. Well, since the kids are home and they're not at school on a regular basis, I thought I would show them what the classroom looks like. Because normally we have an orientation and they come in and look around, but they couldn't come in, so Martin and me decided to give them a virtual tour.
It's a great.
That's what's the video at the beginning.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it was a lot of fun. Playing the sink. Did you see me playing the sink?
We did, Martin. We saw you washing
made
your
a mess.
hands. That's awesome. Mr.
I
Dave,
spilled water everywhere. Mr. Dave had to clean it up.
yeah, I do that too sometimes. I'm a mess. That's okay to be messy, right, Mr. Dave? Right, Martin? All right, we have some questions for you today, Martin. Okay, and Mr. Dave, we know your classroom is part of EPIC. Can you tell us and our neighbors a little bit about the services that are provided from EPIC?
Well, what we do is we do a Head Start pre-K classroom in Morgan County. And Mr. Dave here, he's one of the teachers. He's the best one, I think. Right? Yep.
We think Mr. Dave is the
That's what
best.
I do. I'm in the classroom.
You're in the classroom. And what ages are at Head Start, Martin? What are your students' ages there?
Well, we have 3, 4, and 5.
Oh,
And I'm 4.
oh,
Yeah, just 4.
oh, that's beautiful. Now, Mr. Dave, I have a question for you. What and I wanted to know, like, this is a real unique thing you're doing, and it sort of answers the call because schools are back and forth in virtual school. But Martin is just adorable. Why Martin? How did you pick and come up with Martin? I'm curious.
Well, it just happened when we shut down back in March. We had to find some ways to expand our education. So I just came across puppets online. It just decided to make one, and this is what came out. There was no plan. He just appeared. I started cutting and gluing, and he just came out. He was just created.
Oh, really? So
He
you
came out.
Hey, Martin, that's wonderful. You're so creative. I mean, what a blessing for Morgan County. He looks like he just walked off the set of Sesame Street right here to Epic for preschool. He's adorable. And on your channel, can you tell us a little bit about some of the different episodes that Martin and you tell us about some of your adventures you share on your channel?
So you want me to do it or Mr. Dave?
Whatever you like, guys.
So one day I was thinking, what would it be like to go talk to people that work in the town? And Mr. Dave, that was me. And then I said, well, Martin, I have to go get to the dentist. I have to get my teeth checked. And then I went down to the dentist and I asked her, I said, how would you like my friend Martin to come talk to you? And she was a little nervous, and she said, okay. So then the next day I showed up, and then I decided to ask the dentist some questions. And she said, okay, and then that's how it started, just like that. And then it spread, and now I'm doing more people. It's a lot of fun, and I just talked to a bus driver. She told me how to drive a bus.
Oh, wow.
She said, no, I'm the owner to drive a bus. Do you believe that? I don't know.
fun. Yeah, when you're older, maybe you can drive the
Fun.
bus, Martin, huh?
Yeah, that would be
That's,
crazy.
that's so cool. Oh,
So
that's awesome. You know what, Martin? I want to thank you for your dentist episode because Mrs. Hott, I'm 55 and I'm afraid to go to the dentist. I when I go for my checkups, I have a nightmare. So now I know the next time I have to go to the dentist, I'm going to watch you, Martin. You were so helpful at your visit to the dentist with Mr. Dave. So and really, I've been having this nightmare about the dentist since I was 8. So, I mean, little ones out there, if you're on your way for your first trip, watch Martin because it's beautiful how he shares his experience at the dentist. And you know what, Mr. Dave, thank you for doing that. I think it's kind of exciting that in our community, you're taking Martin and talking to people. I saw where that you got to meet a singer and you talked about singing. And something about flying. You went on a trip. Martin, did you go on a trip somewhere?
That was Rosita. That was Rosita got to do that. I got plans that I'm gonna go fly sometime soon, I hope.
That's great.
Rosita got to do that. That was so much fun. Yeah. But my latest was I went
That's
to
so beautiful.
and I watched them at the house. And I had
Really?
to wear a helmet to protect my head, and he dropped the hammer on my toe. It hurt.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Oh, a construction, building a house. That's kind of neat. I bet a lot of our kids would like to see what it looks like, construction work. That's a great idea. Let's see. Martin, we have some questions. It will. Oh, we'll have to look for it. So neighbors in the community, you look on Mr. Dave's classroom to see Martin at a construction site. That's cool. So let's ask Martin some questions. Let's see, Miss Sheima and Miss Nikki, if you have any questions too. Martin, could you tell us about Mr. Dave and where is Mr. Dave from? And Martin, and how did you and Mr. Dave meet and become friends?
Well, hold on, my screen just got black for some reason. Well, Mr. Dave, he started his life in Pennsylvania, and then he met his beautiful bride, Ms. Margie. My screen went black. Hold on.
I know Margie. Margie is beautiful.
Black.
Margie is beautiful.
Yeah, and then he met Miss Margie, and they got married, and they decided to travel around the world. So they went to the country of Panama, and then after that, they worked on the Navajo Indian Reservation, and then they decided to come back to Morgan County to raise their kids. And then Mr. Dave got a job at Head Start to be a teacher, and then he taught there for a long time. And then COVID came, and he started watching videos, and he said, "Hey, I got a plan. I'm going to make a puppet." And that's where I came from. I came out of Mr. Dave's brain, his imagination, and here I am. So that's
Oh, Martin, that's
a little bit
awesome.
about me and Mr. Dave.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, Martin, we're glad you're here in Morgan County. That's awesome. So on the PAWsitive podcast, we talk about core values, and in the classrooms up through 12th grade, each week we have a new value word. So Martin, we have some questions for you. Our next word coming up is wellness. And we're going to begin to talk about some of the essential elements of wellness. And it's important for our students to be well so they can succeed and they can have positive actions in school. And the first one we're going to talk about is physical wellness. Martin, can you tell our neighbors, what do you think physical wellness might be? Can you help us?
Well, I had to ask Mr. Dave about physical. That's a big word.
Mm-hmm.
And he said maybe kind of like muscles, maybe. So, I like to go for walks with Mr. Dave. We walk around and we kind of get our exercise.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That's what we do.
That's exactly what we do too.
Yeah.
Taking a walk. And neighbors, it's important right now if we're doing a lot of virtual online learning to take a break and go and walk and stretch. And Martin, in case you're wondering, on for the partnership on PAWsitiveValuesNetwork.com, there's some great daily yoga for kids. You might like that, Martin. Every Wednesday there's yoga just for kids, and you can stretch and it helps you really feel good. So yep, that's about physical wellness. Sheima, can you ask Martin what's another type of wellness we're going to talk about?
We have an emotional wellness and intellectual wellness too. Intellectual.
Intellectual. Well, Martin, can you do this with us? Because when we're in the classroom, we tell the kids that it's time to talk about our intellectual wellness. And Mr. Dave, when I go to the grocery store, I see kids and they'll say, Mrs. Hott, what is our intellectual wellness? That's a big word too. Let's see if we can say it, Martin. Will you try to say it with us? Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Intellectual. Good job. Intellectual wellness. Now, what do you think intellectual wellness might mean? Any ideas? And Mr. Dave, you're welcome to help him out here too.
Hold on a second, okay?
Okay.
He said something about my brain.
Mm-hmm.
About my brain, so hold on a second.
Right. That's
I know. It's about using my brain and using it and learning new things all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin, that's exactly right. I love your answer. Yep. And we're going to talk about that in positive actions, things that are good for your brain, things that are good for your body. And then how about this one? This one's important, especially now. How about your emotional wellness? What do you think that means, Martin?
Well, I think that means to tell people when you get mad and tell people when you're happy and to sing a lot. I like to sing.
Oh, singing helps my emotional wellness. Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, and those are our feelings, right, Sheima? We're talking about our feelings. And sometimes, especially now, we talk a lot about balancing feelings, Martin, and that it's okay sometimes to feel sad. And we use our positive actions to balance things and help us get through those times when we're feeling sad, too. That's our emotional wellness. Wow, guys, this was a lot of fun. Martin, do you have any questions for us?
Well, I have a question for you. What's that stuff on your ears? What is that? On your ears?
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
headset.
what is that?
Yeah, and that helps me hear what you're saying. And I have to be honest with you, Martin. My son Levi, he plugged this in for me, and I don't know how to unplug it. So I don't know how to use it any other way. So if you look, Martin, I have this wire, and it connects to my computer. And that this thing right here, see, Sheima has one too. And I can hear you through this. Yep. And this is called a headset, I guess. And this is my microphone. That's a really good question, Martin. Awesome.
Hey, Sheima.
Yeah?
Is Sheima there?
Yeah. Hi.
You spoke something weird. Did you say something different? Like, I didn't understand it. What was it? Did you speak a different language?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'm from Spain. I'm learning English. I talk in Spanish usually.
Yes, Martin. Miss Sheima's teaching us Spanish. Yeah, that's so cool.
Wow.
Any more
Well,
questions
that's
for Martin?
Spanish.
Oh, you do?
Well, where'd Miss Nikki go?
I'm
Miss
here.
Nikki?
Can't see her.
I'm here.
Hey.
I have a question for Martin.
Mr. Dave, yes,
Does Martin like to read books?
Martin, me, I do like to look at the pictures. I can't really read yet.
But I bet Mr.
Look
Dave
at
helps you read.
pictures and yeah, he's teaching me to read. He said pretty soon I'll be able to read a whole lot, but I look at pictures and we talk about pictures. Right.
Wow, you know what? That is building your intellectual wellness, Martin. You are already working on that. Look at that.
Oh. Wow. Very
Did you
good. I love it.
Martin, reading is a positive action. I'm so proud of you, Martin. I'm glad you like books. That's awesome. Well, neighbors, you know what? This has been fun. Martin and Mr. Dave, I want to thank you both for joining us. And I have something to share right now. The Morgan County Partnership is super excited to let you know that Mr. Dave's classroom, you can find him on YouTube. And you can also find his site on the PAWsitiveValuesNetwork.com. Yeah, so we're featuring his content on our classroom. So Martin, guess what? Guess what, Martin? You and Mr. Dave, you're the children at our other schools in the county at Widmeyer and Pleasant View Elementary, they're also going to get to see you on their daily positive action videos. Isn't that fun? You're going to be on their webpage.
Oh my gosh, we're getting superstars.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So Martin,
that's great.
look for it. We made a space. Yay! It's called Martin's Moments right now. But if you want to call it anything, you can tell us what you want to call it. Martin's Moments on Positive Values Network. And neighbors, you know what? It's really beautiful because Martin is so sweet, and join and watch where he travels on his journeys with Mr. Dave. And you know what I wanted to add here before we go? I know, Mr. Dave, you mentioned that being home and things going virtual and things going on with COVID, we do have a lot of little ones at home, and some of them might be staying with grandparents because mom and dad are going to work. So grandparents out there, if you're looking for some content, something positive for your little ones or maybe they live with you, check this out because it's so cool. You're going to see things in our own community and neighborhood, and it's a great educational tool and family building value site that Mr. Dave has created. So thanks for providing that for us, Mr. Dave and Martin. Alrighty. All right, guys. Well, Martin, it's almost time for us to go. We're going to get ready and sign off here with Miss Sheima. You want to start us off?
Okay. That was Possum Neighbors. Big thank you for
And then Kodak came and he started watching videos and he said,
Oh, I did miss that, Mr. Dave.
what? What did you say?
I think you're breaking up, I missed you, Mr. Dave. I think you're breaking up. Thank you for joining us. I know. You know, I think when it rains in Morgan County, my internet isn't so good, so it may be my connection. It's a rainy day.
Yours and everyone else's, Angie.
All right, Mr. Dave, we're going to get ready and do our log off now. Go ahead, Miss Nikki.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed meeting Martin. Thank you for joining us today. And remember, neighbors, if you have a need at your house, the Morgan County Partnership is here to help you connect and find the resources to build strong relationships at home and to unify our community. If you need help with groceries, you're looking for a wellness meeting, if addiction is an issue for you or a loved one, the Morgan County Partnership can help you find those local resources. Remember, you are not alone. We are all together.
And remember this, neighbors. And Martin, are you ready? We tell all of our students in the program this. Remember, you are unique. You are important. And you are wonderfully made. Thanks so much for coming, Mr. Dave. Martin's going to be helping us talk about some words of the week on our daily lessons. And this episode of the PAWsitive Podcast has been called The Road to Wellness. And neighbors, let's all get on this road to get us through the rest of this year, right, guys? Today, we're going to close our podcast with a sneak peek at Mr. Dave's classroom. Now, as schools are fluid, be sure to find more fun here on PAWsitiveValuesNetwork.com. And if you're listening, pop on over to the Positive Action YouTube channel and look for Mr. Dave's classroom. And we're going to close with this trailer for a sneak peek at Martin and Mr. Dave. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right. Okay.